they are sharp people. They are sharp. Uh-oh, I got the little the record notification. Hold on now. There we go. All right.
Yeah, I just wanted you to know
Oh
I
yeah.
want to make sure we record this.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. So that's the number one factor that you need to look at when evaluating an opportunity is timing. Are you at the right time in your life, okay, to evaluate an opportunity? And number two, the timing of the opportunity when you join. I'll give you two great examples. Number one, little company, maybe you heard of them, Amway, okay? If you or I joined Amway today, no matter how talented we are, we would be hard pressed to ever make $10,000 a month in Amway. It's just very, very difficult. We could, but boy, it'll be a grind. Okay. Had we joined Amway in the 1970s, it would be so much easier because they were creating their marketing infrastructure at that time. So the products are the same soap, same shampoo, same toothbrush, but the timing is going to be different. So when you're looking at a company nowadays, you can join any company and make $10,000 a month, but you will not make $10,000 a month if the company is too big by the time you join. I'm sorry. If a company has 1 million members, 2 million members, 3 million members, there is quite literally 0.0000 chance that you will ever make $1 million at that company. Period, point blank, end of story. And if anybody disputes that, anybody in the industry, they're welcome to come on a Zoom with me. I will debate them at any time, because that's the truth that people aren't talking about. So this particular opportunity you're hearing about, it is at the perfect timing to make that amount of money. And I mean the millions. It's at the perfect time for that. I know that because I've already done it before with other opportunities. The second thing that you want to look at is going to be a very aggressive marketing plan. That's the second factor that you should look at when evaluating an opportunity. It's a very aggressive marketing plan. Now, there's a difference between a pay plan. That's just how people get paid. A salary is basically a pay plan. Work 40 hours, you get paid. A compensation plan is different than a pay plan. A lot of people in our industry don't know that. They don't draw the distinction. I don't want to hear about a pay plan. A compensation plan is different because even if you have a job, which is great, I'm not employed right now, but I was, and I love jobs and I love the stability that they provide for our families while we're building our business. And I want to go on record saying that. I'm not down on jobs. I'm just really up on opportunity. Now, when you have a career, which is different than a job, you're going to get a compensation plan. They're going to pay you, but there's going to be some health benefits. That's called compensation. That's not pay. That's compensation. There may be some 401k, some retirement, some K time, some leave time, a company car. There's other compensation. So that's the level. You got pay plan, you got compensation plan, and then you have a marketing plan. And when I'm interested in a network marketing company, I want to look at the compensation. Okay, where is the pay and where's any other bells and whistles I can get? And we'll talk about that in the future. However, the more important part is the marketing plan. The pay is great, the compensation is great, but can I actually do it? Is anybody going to be willing to sit me down, regardless of my experience level, and teach me step by step what I need to be successful? And once I saw that there was a marketing plan in place about how to build the business, I said, okay, that's the second factor that's been checked off the box, a very aggressive marketing plan. And this marketing plan, for example, I'll just use a quick example. Colonel Brown got started just as a trial basis, bought a product to test it out a couple of days ago. And Colonel Brown has already made his money back and is in profit. And I think it's been what, maybe 72 hours, Colonel Brown?
About that.
Yeah, about that. Give or take 2 or 3 days. He's
Yep.
already in profit, already in profit. And what does that tell you? The company pays daily. So I don't know if you noticed that. He just got his first product order a few days back, and he's already made his money back plus profit. And this is the first opportunity Zoom I've done, period. So I haven't even done anything to expose the business to people on his behalf. So the marketing plan is very aggressive and it moves very fast once you learn it. And we'll teach you that. The next factor, we covered the timing, we covered the aggressive marketing plan. The third factor, and there's only 5 of them, the third factor that you really want to look at when evaluating an opportunity is going to be in-demand products. You can have a great company at the right time with the right marketing plan, but if that company doesn't have in-demand products, I'm going to tell you the company won't be around long. We've seen too many great companies in this industry that didn't either have the product quality or the product diversity to last. This is why Amway is still in business, because they have a wide variety of products, even though the financial opportunity to make money is long since passed, okay? The products here are created, and there's over 100 of them. We're not going to talk about all the products tonight, but just know there's over 100. There's a lot to choose from. We have products for as little as $7 or $8 and products as much as 60, 70, 80, 90. So it's a huge range. There's something for everybody. And the thing I love the most about these products is who created them. A lot of times you'll hear 80% of companies in network marketing never talk about who makes their products at all, because they're white label products that typically come from overseas, and they just slap a label on them. That's how 80% of the products in network marketing are made. They take a product that's already made, they bring it over here to the States, they put their company stamp on it and say, voila, here's your super awesome product. Okay, that's 80% of the companies. 20% of companies will make their own products, okay? These companies are better, in my opinion, from a product standpoint. These companies will typically, they won't have a really good product formulator. They will do what the other companies do. The white label companies will get products that are already made, and then they will pay a doctor or medical professional to give those products credibility. That is one of the most deceitful things in network marketing, but I will not speak out about that publicly, because 80% of these companies should be out of business, okay? Because the things that they're paying a doctor to say about their products, the doctor's there for a check. The doctor did not make the product. The doctor did not formulate a product. And people are listening to the doctor thinking that that's giving the product credibility. No, this is a Walmart product. It's always been a Walmart product. You can charge Walmart product prices, put your company label on there, and if you pay the doctor an extra $100,000 a year, the doctor will talk about these products so that uneducated network marketers will think, I'm getting a great product for a great price. Wrong. You're getting told that you're getting a great product for a great price. Those companies always close. We had Mona V. They did $1 billion, gone. You had Jeunesse Global. They did $1 billion, gone. You had Organo Gold. They did $1 billion. When's the last time you heard of them? Because the products were simply bought from somewhere else, and they got a healthcare professional to talk about them, okay? That's 80% of the industry. We never want to be that. Not if you want something that's going to last. I've been doing this over a decade, and there's not been a single year over the last 12 years where I haven't made 100, 200, 300, 400, 500,000 and up. It hadn't happened one time, okay? Or you can Google all that, by the way. So the next thing that happens is when you have products that you create, we are very proud of our product formulator. Why? Because she is a lady. Yes, she's a lady. She's the only formula. A lot of people are surprised when I say that, because most product formulators are men. This one is not. It's a lady. And her name is Alexandria Brighton. And this is the thing that makes me so proud, other than the fact that she's brought to market over 100 products for us right now. She's incredible at what she does. She's been in the industry over 50 years. She is the only product formulator in the history of the network marketing industry to ever create product lines that took not one company to over $1 billion, but two, to over $1 billion. She retired as the #1 product formulator in the industry. Most companies don't even know who their product formulator is. They may be able to talk about the doctor that got hired, but they don't know who the formulator is. But we know exactly who she is. We have phone conversations all the time. She's an incredible young lady. And she retired after she got those companies to $1 billion, and she took all her intellectual property with her. Those companies, although I'm not at liberty to talk about them right now for legal purposes, those companies are still in business today, by the way. They're two of the largest network marketing companies you ever heard of, and they are both billion-dollar companies. That gives you a hint of the companies that she created the products for. She retired, and when she retired, she took her intellectual property and said, you know what? I've had a great life. My kids are great. Everybody's great. I don't need to do this network marketing thing anymore. And so she came out of retirement. She came out of retirement specifically to make products for this company a few years back. And it blew me away. I'm like, that's like Michael Jordan coming back to the Bulls, not the Wizards, but the Bulls, Michael Jordan, if he still was really good and could score 40 points a game. That's basically what happened. But because most companies don't even know who creates their products, nor do they care, you'll never hear stories like this on other calls. So she's here, and that's amazing. So the products are great. They're in demand. They're priced very reasonably. And all of our products have a $5.95 flat rate shipping. So even if you order one product or 100 products, no matter how heavy that box is, it's $5.95 flat rate. And that is an international rate. So this is a worldwide opportunity. We have teams in Japan and Canada and Italy and some other countries that are just starting out right now, and in Taiwan as well. They pay $5.95 flat rate shipping when you have other companies out here in the industry charging $10, $15, $20 an order because, again, don't tell anybody I told you this. A lot of these companies use their shipping as a profit center for the company. If your company is charging you more than $10 for shipping, they are breaking your back on purpose. It doesn't cost that much to ship a product unless it's really, really, really heavy and it's overnight. They do not cost that much to send products. Those particular extra dollars, the company's taking that off every single order, all right? I've been doing this industry a long time. This is the truth that you need to hear, all right? I don't work with companies like that. I never have, never will, because my law enforcement background, it's always heavy on my heart to do things with integrity. That stuff's not illegal. It's legal what those companies are doing. It just doesn't feel good to me personally, okay? So the products are amazing. I'll just tell you about one product right now, and then we'll move on. There's over 100. I don't want to really get into them all tonight. We can do a separate Zoom on that. But here's one product, and this product is called black seed oil, all right? This is an incredible product. This bottle is about maybe 25, 26 bucks, something like that. And it has a 25 CV designation. For those of y'all who know network marketing, very, very high CV to dollar ratio, okay? This particular product right here, the active, I'll just take you to science school for 1 second. The active ingredient is black seed oil. It's called thiamoquinone, okay? This is a huge subject on PubMed.gov and the National Institute of Health website. This bottle of black seed oil has a higher active ingredient content, a higher thiamoquinone content than any black seed on the market. And that includes Walmart, that includes Amazon, that includes Whole Foods. This is the most potent type of this product in the world, period. The special thing about what it does is, according to third-party peer-reviewed medical literature, this is not just us, this is literally the National Institute of Health saying these things. The active ingredient in this product, black seed oil, turns on a switch inside the human body called the NRF2 anti-aging pathway. Most people have never heard of it. Doctors won't even hear of it. It's just making into medical books right now. It's just getting into this next generation of medical books. Your doctor and my doctor, they went to medical school 20 years ago. So this wasn't in their books, so they don't know this stuff. It'll be in the next generation of doctors that come out of medical school 8 to 12 years from now. I don't want to wait that long. This product literally turns on a switch inside your body that cuts on anti-aging from the inside. I'm closer to 50 than I am 40, but I feel like I'm 21 again, only with better judgment. These products are incredible. True story. I was experiencing male pattern baldness, as most men in my family do. I started using this product when I got involved with this particular program, and I don't know if y'all can see it there, but a point of pride for me at my family reunions is now a ridiculously long head of hair. It grows ridiculously well, and I just do silly things with it now because I'm so glad to have it. I'm gonna just put that out there for you. I was balding. All the men in my family are balding. God is my witness. This product's amazing. You can put it under your tongue. You can put it on your scalp, and it's money back guaranteed to work. Not just for your hair, but for every single thing in your body that might be slowing down with age. That is not my words. That is from PubMed.gov, peer-reviewed medical research. I highly recommend you check it out. We have a video about this just for you. So the products are amazing, and that's just one of 100 of them, okay? The next thing that we want to cover is going to be leadership, all right? There's only 2 factors left. We've covered the time, we've covered the aggressive marketing plan, and we've covered in-demand products that can hold their own at their price at any store in the world and exceed that, and that includes Amazon, Walmart, and everywhere else. These products are top tier, top price, and they're incredible, and they work. That's what really matters, and they work. The next factor, we only have 2 more, is going to be leadership, okay? The leadership on a corporate side matters, and your leadership in the field matters. I think for those of y'all who are on this Zoom, it goes without saying that Melvin Shaw, Mr. Shaw, with his experience and success in this industry, we're talking about a young man who's eclipsed over $25,000 in 1 month with a network marketing company. He knows how to build. He knows how to make the money. He'll be on your leadership team, as well as it goes without saying, Colonel Otis Brown Jr. That young man's record and decorated history in the military, in the Army specifically, those are things that I like to look for in leadership. They're both successful in network marketing. They're both successful in life. That's what I look for. I want to look for proven leadership. I have no issue with the millennials. I have no issue with the college kids that are doing network marketing. I love it. We want them to all come on board so they don't have to, work to their 65 like their parents did. But guess what? When it comes down to who's going to lead me to where I need to go, I want men and women who've already been successful in life, because the number one indicator of future performance is past performance. And Mr. Shaw and Colonel Brown are two of those individuals. So your leadership in the field is going to be incredible should you decide to explore this opportunity. And from the corporate side, the owner of the company, Paula and Vince Scarcella, a delightful couple. They live in Ohio, about 10 minutes away from the company's warehouse. The company owns its own warehouse. It owns its own manufacturing facilities. And this company is one of the only companies in the history of network marketing to actually have an FDA certified manufacturing facility that it owns. This company had to pay over $250 to have the FDA come in, pick apart everything, and make sure that the quality of this operation is top tier. I don't know another company that has that. Typically, companies do not get along with the FDA. The FDA does not have to approve any of our products. They approved our whole facility that makes these products. And that was an incredibly long, grueling process for the company. But this company is built for the long term, which brings me to my last point about Paul and Ben Scarcella, who I've had dinner with them personally. When they built this particular company, the thing that I love is that this is not their first company. They have two network marketing companies that they operate. This is the one that we explore and we work with. But both of the companies are over 7 years old, and both of them are debt-free, multi-million-dollar companies that you probably never heard of. So the point of the story is the best indicator of future performance is past performance. They are people who opened up a company and the company never closes. 7, 8, 9 years later, the companies are still there, still debt-free, still doing well. And so you have other companies and owners who we love them dearly in this industry. You got to look at the track record of your corporate leadership. Some of these other owners, if you ever slow down to ask them or ask somebody who knows them, how many companies have you owned? Oh, I just own this one. Have you ever owned a company before? Oh, yeah, I've owned 5 or 6 network marketing companies. Whatever happened to those? 1 closed, 2 closed, 3 the government shut down. I saw 1, the other one closed, and this is number 6. People don't think to ask those questions. They get too caught up in the hype and excitement of the next shiny company, and they tell the owners, called spin doctoring, oh, this owner has incredible network marketing experience. This owner's have 6 companies. They know exactly how to build $1 billion company. Well, what happened to the 6? Does anybody ever actually ask that? Am I the only person that asks that? Okay, so it's not to bash any particular company. Plenty of company owners do this. They have 5 or 6 companies. They make millions, close them down. The government comes sniffing around. They don't work with the FDA to make the company superior. They shut it down and they blame the government. Or then they sell the company and then the other company runs it into the ground, okay? And then they wait a few years and then they come back onto the scene when everybody's forgotten that they ran to the ground 5 years ago, 6 years ago, the next hot company. And so then the company comes out, blows up in a year, and then 2, 3 years later, it's gone again, and the owner does the same thing. That men owners typically do that. I hate to say it. Paul and Ben don't do that. 2 companies still in business today, and that's how we operate. We love the stability. So we didn't get started with this opportunity until a few months back, but the company was already there with a very solid debt-free infrastructure for several years. We just had never heard of it. So the leadership here is exactly what you want to see, working with people like myself, Mr. Shaw, Colonel Brown, and others. And on the corporate side, nothing's ever perfect. Let me just be very clear. No company is perfect. From the Baptist Church to Walmart to Amazon to this company, which is called GoDesana, by the way, no company is perfect, but this is the best I've ever worked with. And the last factor that you want to really check out when you're evaluating a company is going to be the system. Is there a system, not the marketing plan, a system? Those are distinctly different things. And system stands for save yourself some time, energy, and money. If there's no system in place, it's going to be like the wild, wild west. And at some point, the company is going to grow so fast that it'll implode back upon itself because there's no training and education. Okay. In this industry, I'll close with this. I'll turn it back over to Colonel Brown for a moment to see if anybody has any questions. Okay. And if I can answer your questions at that time, we got a little time left, I assume. I can share with you just an overview of just one of our systems. So I won't get all into the details tonight, but I will share with you the overview of one of our systems if by chance we have some time left after we answer any questions. But the systems here are specifically geared to help people acquire the skill sets, mindsets, and attitudes necessary to take advantage of a business with this type of economic upside. For example, it makes no difference to buy a Lamborghini or, even worse, a Tesla. So I've been in the top tier Tesla. I was in LA for Thanksgiving. And my fiance rented she said, we want to get a Tesla. So we go there and rent the Tesla, moving around. And the Tesla is a very complex piece of electrical equipment. I didn't know this. I had never been in a Tesla. And it was the top model, the Tesla that drives itself, autopilot, all the bells and whistles. Kid you not, because of pride and ignorance, it took me 20 minutes to learn how to start that car. This just happened in November. It took me 20 minutes in the parking lot at the rental car place at LAX Airport, the shuttle right down the road. It took me 20 minutes to learn how to start the car. If it takes me 20 minutes to learn how to start a car, and I've been driving cars since I was 12 in New Orleans, Louisiana, it takes me time to learn how to drive a new car. It's going to take people at least a little bit of time to learn the skill sets, mindsets, and attitudes that it takes to become a 6 or 7 figure earner in this industry. Even with the vehicle like this company, which I call it a Lamborghini, it takes a little bit of time to get used to a machine like that. I personally do not care about how much experience someone has had in the industry. They still need to learn the basics about this business, this particular one that we're doing, because it's a very unique animal with a lot of moving parts. So we want to make sure we have a system in place, step by step from day one, that teaches people what they need to know to become a 5, 6, and 7 figure earner with this opportunity. Those systems are already in place, by the way. So that being said, hopefully we didn't take too long on that one. That was maybe 20 minutes or so. But let me get it back over to Colonel Brown, and he can facilitate or moderate any questions or answers or things like that. But I appreciate y'all time, and that's what we got so far.
Okay, Coach Will, thank you so much, man. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Really
You're welcome.
do.
Anytime.
Yep.
So
Thank you.
guys, if you're on Zoom and you want to ask a question, there's a little reaction button there. You can raise your hand, or you could just chime out and just ask the question. I see your hand first, Amin. So go right ahead.
Yeah. First of all, great presentation. I like to say that just listening to everything, it was just wonderful the way he systematically put things together, just based on the 5 points. Number 2, I'm sold, first of all, on the black seed oil. So for those who really don't know what black seed oil is, I would like to just say this here. As a Muslim, Prophet Muhammad, which though a lot of people don't know, may peace and blessings ever be upon him, said that black seed oil is a cure for everything except for death. However, and this is just listening to the stage that this black seed oil is in which I purchased a lot of black seed oil. I even used the raw black seed.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us understanding what black seed is, and like the brother said, inside out, it's a wonder. It is a wonder drug. However, the ratios, I'm not no chemist. However, you can buy it. I buy it watered down. However, I go to New Jersey and I purchase myself from the the Muslim stores, which I get raw black seed. The black seed oils, the pure black seed oils, and I get the black seed. However, I wouldn't purchase none of it from the markets. I'm looking forward to testing out this black seed oil, and more than likely, I'm sold already. I'm sold. Great presentation. I just can't wait to really get my feet wet in this program, find out what it's all about. Brother Otis Brown, that I call him the maestro for those on. He's a man with the voice, with the tools on them drums. However, he and I, we go back, we're close friends, and he called me maybe 6 minutes before the presentation, and just ran it down. I'm so ecstatic. I'm ready. I'm ready to move out. Thank you for just giving me this opportunity to listen to this presentation. A great presentation, and I'm ready just to hear what everybody else has to say, and get ready to move out on this program as soon as possible.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate the kind words too, and I know Coach Will does as well, man. That's very powerful. I mean, and very uplifting. Appreciate that, my friend. And yes, we are friends, and we go way back. Just so you guys will know. Anybody else? Yeah.
Yeah, Otis, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I want everybody on here to know that what Will just said, and I'm already in the program, and I'm 100% sold on the program, but all of what Will just said, I didn't know that stuff. I'm so sold on other parts that you people haven't even heard of yet. I mean, this program is going to be absolutely incredible when you find out all of the other parts to it. And by the way, if Will didn't make it clear to you, he comes with the program.
This is true. This is true.
Wonderful.
Yeah. That's worth its weight in platinum right there.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, brothers. I appreciate y'all.
Any other questions?
You know, let me say this too. Well, I got to stick myself in here again. I've been waiting for a program that anybody who wanted to actually try to apply themselves, and I know many who have with many programs, can now become successful with this one because of all the things that we put together. And plus, we're going to have all the training to help get this thing right on top of it.
Love it. Thank you for that, Mr. Yeah,
anybody else with the question? I'm sorry, Will. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. Oh, no. You got to turn it back over. Yeah, I was just thanking Mr.
Anybody
Sharp
else
for his
with the
comments.
question?
I agree. And we got some questions out there.
I just want to say it was an awesome presentation. I have to ditto behind
Thank you,
the
brother
brother.
Anthony.
Yes. Awesome. I'm sold. I'm pretty much a health person. You know, my whole thing is about being healthy more than wealthy. So I think being healthy is better than being wealthy.
It is.
But bottom line is the product that you talked about, that black seed, I can't wait to purchase because I want to be able to. You talked about the hair growth. I'm losing a little myself.
We'll get you right.
Although it's long already, but
love it. Let's keep it
in
all.
the hair is leaving me.
You're just catching up. You're catching up with Otis. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna let that happen to me. Anyway.
Well, all I'm gonna say is I'm pretty.
That's okay, Otis.
Hey, Michael Jordan look.
I really want to try the product. So that to me is a motivator.
Yeah.
The money end as well, but if I could show that this product is working for me, that's going to boost my excitement level to the maximum. And I will talk about that. I also like the idea that this lady you mentioned who formulates the products.
Mm-hmm.
This is that's special. And that makes a lot of difference in the way you explain that, and where products just slap a label on it, and they make it cheap or wherever it is and slap a label on it and sell it for the high price. The idea here is the quality and the love, or whatever the concern that's put behind putting the product together. That's the basics. It's like when you have a meal, when that meal is cooked with love, it's a lot of difference.
It tastes different
together. So,
amen.
You know, I'm totally on board. I'm a student of this particular business here, and I'm open to do whatever
Wonderful.
it takes.
Thank you so much, Brother Anthony. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, brother Ami as well. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Colonel Brown, we got any other questions out there?
I don't think so. You said you had a brief presentation for us. I gave you the sharing screen right, so you can go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So what I'll do very quickly, this is just going to be a little overview, and I just want to thank everybody for hopping on again. I see Miss Odessa as well, and Walter on here. I hope I'm not missing anybody else. I just want to very quickly go through the steps that we would take a new when they join. So I'm not going to go in detail on these steps, but we'll just give a little 60-second overview of each step, and then we'll shut it down for the evening. And anybody who wants to get started with the program, you can get with the person who invited you to the Zoom, or if they're watching this on recording, they can get with the person who sent them a copy of this recording, and they can get started with the program for under $20, which is amazing. If they want to get the Black Seed Oil product, that will be, I think, in the $25, $26 range. But hear me out. It's worth its weight in gold, money back guaranteed. You can send back an empty bottle. If you are not thrilled with this particular Black Seed Oil over all others, you can send it back for a full refund, no questions asked. We don't have anybody who sends it back, but we call that consumer protection insurance. We want you to know that as future distributors and people in your family and your friends who may purchase the product as customers, they are protected 100% from any type of loss ever. There's no additional fees. There's no membership fee. There's no annual fee. There is only simply the purchase of the product, and that will qualify you to start earning income. And a lot of people do start with that Black Seed Oil. I'm getting chills talking about it because Brother Muhammad mentioned what the prophet said about it. And I remember reading that in my research, and I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. So thank you for bringing that to my remembrance. I appreciate that for sure. So very quickly, what we do is when a person first starts, we have them create a list of reasons why they want to be successful in the business. If a person is not going to write down basically the reasons why they want to be successful, okay, we cannot help them become successful on the financial side or the health side because we don't know what they want. Too many times in this industry, we're telling people, get this package, get this, get that, do this, do that, show up, pick it on the Zoom. We never stop to ask them, Brother Stevens, what do you want to achieve in this business in the health arena? Sister Odessa, what would you like to achieve in the health area, in the money area? Is it a vacation? Is it to pay some stuff off? Is it a new car? We don't know. We need to ask these questions, and the person who enrolls with us should give us the list of these questions. The only exception to that rule is when we're dealing with network marketers who are already very successful, very professional, and we give them a little bit of time to get us a list because they're moving and shaking, they're building, they're recruiting people out the gate, they're building, but we still let them know, no rush, but I'm gonna need that list from you at some point because I need to help you. This is very, very, very important for your new members, the people who've never had any success, who don't understand either health or wealth or any of the business model. For this step is really for them more than anybody else. So that's step one, determining what they want to get out of this. Step number two, very quickly, is their appropriate initial order.
My plug.
Oh, so do you have a question? I'm sorry, I didn't want to. Nope,
no.
Good. Okay, no worries. So the second step is to ask or determine what is their appropriate initial order. The key word there is appropriate and initial, okay? What product do they want to start with? I typically find it comes in the two categories, but one of those categories is going to be the Black Seed Oil. as one of the most popular introductory products. But at the end of the day, it depends on what they want to do. Most people are going to come into the program. If they're a customer, they're going to evaluate the products and make an order that is what? Appropriate for them. If they're a distributor, they're going to tell you what they want to get out of the business, and then you can help them make an order that is appropriate for them. If someone tells me, Will, I need to retire in 6 months, I'm a pro network marketer, I know what I'm doing, how do I make the most money the fastest? I don't need to hear all that. I would tell them, that's $100-some worth of product, and we'll talk advanced compensation plan. To a new person or a professional network marketer who's really just curious about the program, they can get started for as little, it's under $20. Let me say that. It's under $20, and that includes the tax and the shipping and everything else. And Mr. Shaw pointed that out to me so graciously, that our introductory product, the essential oil of the month, is only $12.95. But when we say it's just under $20, that's all included, door to door, and I can start a business working with these type of professionals for under $20. Let me do that. That's also called an appropriate initial order. So it depends on what they want to do. And for the record, the under $20 bottle of the month club, that's going to be the second most popular product to get started with. The black seed oil obviously is going to be the first. The next thing that we cover with the new rep is going to be the auto ship, if appropriate. Auto ship is not mandatory here. We highly recommend it because there are some bells and whistles with that we can discuss on another Zoom later. But the auto ship is going to be a great way to create a stable, duplicatable business, and it's very predictable, because if you have an auto ship for a product, your team is going to have an auto ship for a product. If you don't have an auto ship for a product, it is operating outside of integrity to recommend that you should have one for your team. Okay. And they're just going to be ordering products willy-nilly throughout the month. You'll never be able to predict your income. If a person's mortgage is due on the first of the month and it's $2,300, we want auto ships to be going on the first of the month for their team so they can pay their bills on time. We're not worried about people making $1 million. You stay here long enough, we'll cover that. But people in the beginning need to realistically be able to make between $2,500 and $5,000 a month. Everything else in the program is irrelevant until they get there. Let me tell you, it's irrelevant until they get there. So this training is designed to get them there, and auto ship is crucial for that. Okay, people need this program. They need $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, and all the other stuff they see on Facebook about the network marketing millionaire. Listen, we'll cover that later. That's irrelevant for now. Okay, the next thing is going to be step 4. They need to learn and get familiar with the back office. Mr. Shaw is an expert at this. Colonel Brown is an expert at this. You got to get familiar with the back office, okay? I have no doubt. And how do they do that? They need to be clicking on at least 3 links a day. We give them a homework assignment. You need to be clicking on 3 links a day. If you're not logging into your back office every day and just goofing off back there, just figure it out. If they're not doing that with intention, they're going to miss out. Let's move on to step 5. Step 5 is going to be building belief. In a nutshell, building belief in some key areas like the product and the company and the understanding of the industry. This is a critical step that a lot of network marketers miss. I don't care who the network marketer is, how talented they are, how good they look, how good they smell. I don't care. If they don't have belief and understanding of the industry, personal development, understand themselves, if they don't have an understanding of the product or the pay plan, they're going to fail. They're going to be excited. They're going to do good for 90 days. They're going to sponsor a lot of people, and then they're gone. Why? Because we didn't take the time to give them proper education. So we have videos in place that are already set up for a rep's first 90 days in this business. When a rep joins, they can receive a video of the day. The first 90 days are already set up for them. The only exception to this rule is the professional network marketers who already know what they're doing. They've already done the personal development. They already know Les Brown's speech from You Gotta Be Hungry. They already know Earl Nightingale's The Stranger's Secret. They already know the verses from the Quran as well as the Bible that talk about as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. They already know these things, but most people don't. So we have videos in place that is considered education. for people to learn about the products, the money, themselves, the industry, and they will become professionals. I'm not that I'm good at this business. I was blessed enough to enter a company at the time when personal development was still part of network marketing. And we've really gotten away from that as an industry, and we got to do better. I talk to Melvin about this every day. The next step is going to be helping that new member get their first initial order, their first customer or first distributor. We have a system in place to help them do that, even if they've been in 50 programs, okay? We're going to be teaching that system this weekend in a little town called Orange Beach, Alabama. If you can make it this weekend, I'd love to see you. If you can't, we got a live stream video available for you. This is an advanced training that we do 3 times a year. It just happens to be coming up this weekend. And you can check that out on live stream, and you can learn all the systems at the same time. And you will have access to a replay if you're in Mr. Shaw and Colonel Brown's organization. You and your teams will have access to a replay. It's a $25 fee for their event, but the event is worth its weight in gold. And just to give you a record, the last time we did it, a young lady who's a retired sergeant with the Army, no less, her name is Sergeant Charlotte Whitaker. She made over $400 at the event using the technique that we're going to teach you. And she's been in so many programs. She was with Amway in the 70s when she was still in the military. She's been in over 20 programs, but she was able to take the techniques that we'll be teaching there, and she made $400 in commissions in one day. And I'll teach you that this weekend, should you decide to attend. The next thing that we want to cover that people do, so it's only 3 steps left. We want them to learn, and we'll help them get their first customer, okay? We'll help them. The next thing we want them to do is master the art of inviting, okay? We have resources, videos, and a textbook, okay? The textbook is 80 pages long. They can get it from Amazon or Barnes & Noble or somewhere. But the point is, when's the last time you've been given a textbook to learn a network marketing skill?
Never.
Most people say never. We're going to make sure that they order this book. They can get it for like $7 on Amazon. We don't make money off that. We don't need to. They're going to read the book, and there's going to be a quiz for them. And by the time they've read the book and by the time they took that quiz, they can read 80 pages in one day. They can listen to the audiobook version if they want on Audible. They don't have to read it, but they will be an expert at inviting people to look at a product or an opportunity. The things that I teach, I did not invent them. I am a product of a process. Can you imagine having 5 or 6 of me in your downline organization, talking the way we talk and selling the products we sell and moving how we move? I'm plugging them into the exact step-by-step system that made me. So it's not a pride thing, it's an education thing, okay? So we're gonna help them become great inviters. They're not gonna run off all their friends and family. They're gonna know what to say, who to say it to, and when to say it. And sometimes it's never. Some people you're not going to talk to, and we're going to educate them on all the right ways to talk to people about this business. They will not have any friends or family ducking them, I promise you, okay? The next thing, only 2 steps left. The next thing is going to be to teach them how to do a presentation, okay? That will be covered in the training this weekend as well. We're going to teach you step-by-step how to do a short presentation, 17 minutes or less, okay, if you're live, or you can send a video. We're going to teach you the right way to send a video, okay? You can take a video that's a 5 out of 10 quality, but you send it to a person in the right way, it'll work 10 out of 10 times. It's amazing. And we're going to combine those classes of how to invite and how to present and teach them how to do both. Because once you know how to invite a person to check out an opportunity, and you know how to present that opportunity with clarity and diction and education and understanding. Once you understand that, you are basically unstoppable because you're going to enroll 100% of the people who are enrollable. Some people are not enrollable. That's not your fault. It's a numbers game. We all know this. But we want you to conduct yourself and your teams to conduct themselves as professionals, okay? So we're going to teach them how to invite. We're going to teach them how to present. And there's a textbook for presentations as well. It's 96 pages long, and it's an incredible textbook, and they will learn everything they need to know, okay? I know the author personally. He is 84 years old. He's made over $100 million in this industry. He's long since retired, okay? But he wrote that book, and when I tell you, I got a hold of that book a few years back, it changed my life. So that's a textbook we recommend for people, and we do have a quiz available on that book as well. The last 2 steps are simple. The things we just talked about over the last 8 minutes and 16 seconds were the new member orientation steps. We didn't go into detail, just gave you the overview. Those were 8 of them. The 9th thing that we have to be successful is that your team members need to learn how to do new member orientations. The best thing you can do if you want to get to level 1 of income with a company is going to be daily exposures, exposing the business to people daily and exposing the products to people on a daily basis. I can tell you if you're at level 1 success, if you tell me I'm exposing the business to people daily. If you want to get to level 2 success, it's not about you anymore. You want to get to level 2 income, it's about how many exposures are taking place on a weekly basis from your organization that you aren't doing. You see, Colonel Brown can do 4, 5, 6 exposures a day. But if he has a team of 20, and over the course of a week, they're doing 1 exposure a day, that's more than he could ever do himself. So level 2 of income and network marketing is tied to how many exposures are taking place weekly from your team that you have nothing to do with. In order for that to happen, you have to give them some type of training and education. A new member orientation typically does the trick. To get to the 3rd level of earning and network marketing, we switched from a daily metric of your exposures, that's level 1. We went to a weekly metric of level 2, which is your team's exposures that have nothing to do with you. To get to the 3rd level of network marketing, we go to how many new member orientations are taking place monthly in your organization. If you can have 14, 15 to 20 new member orientations taking place a month, your business is going to grow. It will grow slower the first month or 2 than the teams that are sponsoring 80, 90, 100 people that you see on the leaderboard all day. But in month 4, 5, and 6, when your team of highly trained distributors starts really moving and shaking, you will pass up not just the fast teams, you'll pass up every team in your state, in your region, and possibly the company. Okay? It is not about speed as much as it is about quality. The speed will come. The speed will come, but you got to train people in the beginning. And the number of new member orientations that take place on a monthly basis will be the indicator of your level 3 success. The last thing we'll talk about, and we'll wrap the call, I'll give it back over to Colonel Brown, is that the level 4, the top tier money, the top level of money in network marketing is not a daily metric, a weekly metric, or a monthly metric like we just talked about. It's a quarterly metric of how many people in your organization are attending an event quarterly. If there's not one you can attend, you're going to need to create one. You're going to need one in Atlanta. You might need one in Chicago, but every 90 days, you're going to get as many people who are as willing to come to that event. And when they meet the people, when they shake hands with the people, when they learn, hey, this is people on my team. I ain't never met them in person. I ain't seen them since before COVID. But when they meet the people, they look them in their eyes, they hug them, the tears, the recognition, the medals, the trophies, the training, the family. That team will never leave you. My team has never left me. Distributors come and go, but I've been working with the same core for almost 12 years. But every 90 days, I promise you, I will have something that feels like a family reunion for my team. And you can either attend ours, we got another one in May, we got one this weekend, or you can do one for yourself. It doesn't matter. But you're going to need to be around your people in person at some point. I'm just telling you, that is the #1 indicator of any network marketing millionaire. You ask them and you say, what is the #1 indicator of success? You say, if I do a training or a team and we got the leadership and Colonel Brown's coming to be speaking and Mr. Shaw's getting recognized for being a 6-figure earner and Anthony Stevens is doing a training on our products and Miss Odessa's coming in to do a training on how to retail product, you get your 20, 30 member team to something like that, they're going to leave there so fired up and so educated and so confident, they couldn't pry them out of this industry with a crowbar. And we've really gotten away from that starting in 2012 with that social media stuff, which is awesome. If you do it the way Colonel Brown does it and how he teaches, that social media stuff is powerful. But at the end of the day, is anything going to be more powerful than me hugging Melvin Shaw around the neck and telling him I miss him and being honest as my brother as I come see him in Chicago? Nothing's ever going to be more powerful than me shaking Anthony Stevens' hand and say, brother, I love you. I appreciate you. You can look me in the eyes and I really mean it because I'm coming to you to see you. I don't care if you got a team of 1 million people. I don't care if you made $1 million. It is one person. And when you care enough about one person, this industry becomes unreal. You don't have to worry about the money. It'll come. When Brother Muhammad talks about this product, I know he's going to share it with people. It's going to change their life. I know it. When he cares enough about a person to share a product with them, his business is going to be explode. Don't even worry about the money. Money going to be coming from the sky. You'll be buying. Look, you see in the back, you'll be buying stupid stuff you don't even need. You don't have no debt. Will, why you got all them games? Because my niece and nephews won't come over if I don't. That's for them. That's not for me. They won't even come hang out with me. The uncle too boring. So that's the last step. The last step, the step 10 is going to be to plug in. You got to stay plugged in. You got to get your people plugged in. That's the last step of a new member orientation, is telling those new members, look, you got to plug into what we're doing. If Melvin Shaw's doing a call, Brother Muhammad's doing a call, if Mr. Odessa's doing a Zoom, if Brother Stevens is doing a call with Colonel Brown, and there's a Wednesday night training, you got to plug into that thing. We almost lost Colonel Brown because his sponsor wasn't plugging into nothing. Almost lost a network. Melvin had to almost choke me out. He said, well, y'all almost lost one of the top recruiters in network marketing behind. I said, that was his sponsor. He ain't never plug in. I got to tell you, you got to make sure your people are plugging in to what all of us are doing. This ain't the Will Zanders show. This is y'all's show. I'm going to definitely help you run it. I will be here, but I need your teams to plug into what y'all are doing out of respect and edification for the value that you're going to bring to their life. And I'm going to help you do that. Okay. So that's the new member orientation. I know we took up some time, but that entire call is less than half the time we took the other night. So I think we good on that one. Let me turn it over to Colonel Brown. I think he'll give us the benediction and get us up out of here this evening, unless we have some extra questions.
Otis, before you wrap it up, let me just say real quick, because I don't want Will to scare anybody, in the sense that any and everybody can come in here and they don't have to do what Will said. They can come in and just be a customer, or they can come in here and be hard-headed and do what they want to do. What Will's speaking about are all of those that come in here and they want to make some money. They want to be successful. They want to move ahead in their life. They want to get their head on straight. Back to you, Otis.
Well, Melvin, you shocked me because you were so brief.
Oh my goodness!
I didn't get my thoughts together. Man, that's a record there. I'm just kudos.
Okay. Mark it down, the date and time.
But
Well,
Will, let me say this.
We got Will aboard now. I don't have to do it.
Yeah. So Will, I think you hit on some key points especially for me, because more times than not, people get in network marketing businesses, somebody enroll you and you never hear from them again. They're long gone now. I can't count the times. Every time I got in a company, except for when I worked with Melvin, my sponsor disappeared. And if it wasn't for my own initiative that I wanted to build something, that I was able to do it. So looking at what Gold Asana is offering us, there's no way you can blow it unless you just don't want it. You know what I'm saying? If you want it, you guys put it there for us, and you're willing to train us and show us how to do it. And so I am, I'm excited. Like you said, 3 days, 4 days, I got money in my account. I don't have to wait 2 years, 3 years.
Otis.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got, there's a Donna on here, and there's, what is that, Odessa?
Well, we spoke to Odessa earlier. Donna, can you unmute yourself and say hi to the folks, Donna, if you don't mind? If you do, it's no problem. Well, we're glad to have you here.
That might be Donna. I invited her, I believe. That may be her.
Oh yeah, you did say you were going to invite somebody, and man, yeah. Kudos to you. You got a call from me 5 or 6 minutes before the presentation. He said, I'm going to invite somebody else, and I think she's going to get on. So if, in fact, you're the one, Donna, kudos to you, for jumping on a moment's notice, because that is very rare and that is very commendable. So thank you so
Very
much.
much so.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got a recording for everybody. We all right tonight.
Yeah. I'm going to
I'd like to say this here in closing, right?
Yeah. I'm going to make the recording tonight.
I just wanted to mention this here, right?
Go ahead.
I think.
Otis.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to say this here, because I can't wait for this here to be over with, because I'm about to wear you out on the phone, in a conversation in reference to how we about to move out on this here thing. I'm ready. I already know. I'm just telling you right off the bat. I don't know why you hit me in a shorter time, and I just said okay. And Brother Will hit on black seed oil, right? I can do a presentation on black seed oil for 4 hours.
My man.
And I can give you all the health benefits, and I can talk to you about different things, what it does for the body. Okay? I mean, fluently. And understanding it due to just physically, myself, my mother, right? My children, sick. Black seed oil, the doctor's giving them this and that, and black seed oil.
Do you have a problem with being a millionaire?
That's why I'm trying to get off. That's why I'm trying to get off the phone with y'all so I can work on it.
Oh, let's bring us home, man. Look, Brother Muhammad got me excited. I'm about to go. Look, I take black seed oil twice a day, and I'm never gonna stop.
You know what your feeling about black seed oil and what this company has to offer, and the marketing plan, all that together. We're just looking at a millionaire there.
I love
Absolutely.
it. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's get it done. I want to thank y'all for your time, and we can do another one of these anytime. Have Mr. Shaw, Colonel Brown, get it set up. We can do a training on opportunity products, compensate, whatever y'all want to do in the future. Y'all let me know, and I'll be here as a resource for you while we grow together. So I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Colonel Brown, and we'll get it wrapped up for this evening. I think I got dinner ready.
Okay.
Now,
man.
what else? Will didn't tell you now is there's a meeting Will has on Tuesday night. There's a meeting on Wednesday the company has. I'm going to start having something on Monday. We're going to have this thing to where there's something on at least 5 or 6 days a week.
Fair enough. I will support that mission, and we'll have recordings for all of it. I appreciate y'all.
Okay, everybody.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good night.
You, man. Take care, guys.
Y'all be blessed. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Too.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.